Hello, my friends. Happy Friday. Welcome to episode 173 of Why Did I Buy This? This series started as a way to help my crafters find unique ways to use the products in their collection. And it's also a great series for my new crafters and those of you who want to see the products that are going to help accentuate your projects. I am Lindsay Mann. I am from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 21 years. I love to craft and I love to get to share my ideas with you. You can find me on Instagram at Inky Thumbs. You can find me here on Facebook and you can also find me on YouTube. Hello, Sharon. Please say hi when you're tuning in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And if you're watching the replay, you can let me know that too. I was away last week on the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. I was not there as an earner this year. I was there as a guest. So that was a very special thing for me. My friend Meg Lovin brought me as a guest, and it was very exciting to get to see all of my Stampin' Up! Friends. It's a very difficult thing to earn the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. Less than 1% of demonstrators earn it. And I just wasn't one of those last year. I had some family things come up that I needed to address that took the whole year. And so I just wasn't able to accomplish that. And that's okay. That's the beauty of direct sales, is you can work at the level that you have available to you. Yes, happy Pool Party Friday, Sharon. So anyway, thank you for being patient with me being away, but I am home now and we have an exciting new annual catalog. How many of you have your annual catalog in your hands? So I am going to be sharing with you some beautiful paper from the catalog, our new designer series paper, which is always exciting to get to see. And we're going to be playing with that. Now, there's a couple of things to pay attention to. The first one is my friend Meg and I, who I went to Mexico with, we have collaborated on the Why Did I Buy This Maker Club. This is a once a month club that allows you to not only be part of a VIP group that is especially set up to help you work on your own projects and be able to get a maker box in the mail that has curated product shares in it. We share an exclusive video, a Why Did I Buy This Maker video, just for you. Doesn't get seen anywhere else. And it shows you how to use your product box so that you can make the most of it. It's to help you make the most of your collection. So if you've got paper pumpkin kits sitting around, or class kits, or just have bought things in the past and have thought, I'm not sure what to do with these, this is a great option for you. It's also a great way to start curating your collection, because we're going to be giving you little sampler packs of many, many things. So there is still a little bit of time if you wanted to participate in May. I'll be putting the link here in the comments of this video. And so you can go ahead and just hit sign up for that. Here in Canada, it's $35. And there's no extra cost, no shipping or taxes charged above and beyond. That's all incorporated into the cost. And so you're going to be getting a lot of value for your $35. So I highly recommend signing up today so that you can make the most of that. The other thing I have going on is a paper share. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in just a second. How are you all doing, friends? As a reminder, one of the best compliments you can give me is to share this video. And if you live in Canada, if you shop from me, it helps me to be able to provide this video series for free. So I genuinely appreciate those of you who shop with me. I do have a link to be able to shop from my online store. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to do the awkward transition so you can see my hands, and then you're going to be able to see some of the things that I have to share with you today. All right, so just 1 second here, and I'm going to do the little clip in, and then you can see. So before we get started with the paper today, I wanted to show you this. So during the month of May, we have a demonstrator starter kit special. This is a huge deal any time of year, but especially this month. So for the month of May, you can choose $165 worth of products of your choice, anything you want. It's a great way to be able to get new items from our annual catalog off of your wish list. You only pay $135 and there's no shipping or GST charged. Now for the month of May, you are also going to be receiving over $111 of extra products. And what those products are the in color items. So we have 5 new colors that are new this year, and you're going to get products in those colors. So this is a great way to be able to get those new in colors. So what's included? You're going to get an assorted pack of cardstock of the 5 colors. Now I just have 1 color of each in this stack here so that you can see the colors in real life. So those beautiful bright colors. You're also going to receive a full pack of designer series paper. So the designer series paper is, again, this is just a sample of them, but you can see the 5 colors and you can flip it over. There's lots of designs. So that's another thing. You're going to receive 1 ink pad of the 5 colors. 1 of each color. So 5 ink pads total. Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, Pretty in Pink, a returning favorite, Petunia Pop, and Summer Splash. And then finally, you're going to receive the 2024-25 in color Stampin' Write markers. So like I said, this is a huge value. You get all of that for $135, including an additional $165 of product of your choice. You might be thinking to yourself, what's the catch? There is genuinely no catch. This is the best deal that we offer. And on top of that, you will receive 20% off all your future purchases. It's kind of like getting a Costco membership. You're just buying a demonstratorship. You can use it to be a hobby demonstrator and enjoy the craft and the savings. You can also, of course, make it into a business if that's something you choose. But there is absolutely no restrictions on how you approach the way you look at it. Okay, so that's number 1. The next thing I wanted to share with you, I need this ink pad over here for that project. The next thing I wanted to share with you is the paper share I have going. So there's just a few more days to sign up, and I wanted to show you what it looks like. So the paper share is $79, and every single designer series paper comes with a set of 6x6 and 1 of each in the 12x12 series, as well as you can see there are 6 pre-cut card bases for you to be able to make the cards. So these are the designer series papers. They're all packaged and ready to ship off to my the people who've already signed up. And again, you can see there's a whole stack of 6x6 designer series paper. Some of the papers have die cuts in them, so you're going to get a sampling of the die cuts as well. This one here has, within the 12x12 paper, some tags and card fronts, so I've included that. You can see we've got the coordinating cardstock. And so it just makes for a really fun way to be able to get a sampling of the 12x12 papers from our new catalog. Now, if you were to buy all of these 12x12 papers, and you, of course, would be getting the full stack of them, you would pay about $238 for all the papers. But you're going to get the paper share for just $79. So it's a way for you to be able to get a taste test of everything, but make it really usable. Now, one of the things that I heard is that, oh, I have so much paper, I don't know if I need to do the paper share. But what this is going to do is make it so it's all ready to be used. And that's what today's video is, to show you how to use your paper share when it comes to you. Now, your other option for your paper share is to get the top embellishments pack, and that's $48. So again, if you were to buy full sets of each of the 7 sets of embellishments, with shipping and tax, that would cost you over $90 Canadian, and this is just $48. So let me show you what's included. So you can see you are getting half packs of each of these new embellishments. Look at that, that is so beautiful. And so it's a great way to be able to affordably get some of those embellishments that are brand new. Now, when you decide to do both the embellishment pack plus the designer series paper pack, you are also going to receive one of each of the in color glimmer papers, which, oh my goodness, they are just so beautiful. And when you compare it to the cardstock, which you'll have a sampling of in your paper share, you can see you've got a lot of options for coordinating cards. Okay, so like I said, today's video, I'm going to show you how to take standard card bases and 6x6 paper and be able to make some really fun projects. So we're going to start off by bringing in the new Peach Pie cardstock. So this is what I mean by pre-cut card bases. So these are ready for you to fold in half. Just match up the edges, and you can bring in your bone folder to give it a nice crisp edge. And here we've got this is what your paper sampler would look like in your paper share. So I'm going to grab a coordinating piece. So this is a 6x6 paper. So you can see it's larger than what we have there. So I'm just going to bring in my wee little paper cutter here. And we're just going to cut that at 4 inches. And we're going to cut it at 5 1/4. Okay, I'm gonna just slip over to my paper cutter over here just because I can't see there. Okay, just like that. So here we've got our card front, and we have this extra little piece here. So I wanted to show you how simply you could make 91 cards with your paper share. So by bringing in the Say Something Ephemera pack, which is something that's brand new to our catalog, you are going to have a whole bunch of greetings. There is die cut greetings. There are little rectangular greetings, and there's ones that look like they've been fussy cut out. So you've got a few different options for that, and they come with 2 of each sheet. In Canada, this is just $11. So if you add on $11 to your paper share, boom, 91 cards. Okay, so let me show you how I have quickly made this cute little card. I am going to bring in my scissors, and I'm just going to snip in the middle, and then from the corners, I'm going to cut towards the center, and that is going to give the little flagged end, and we're going to just put that on there as a label. Now in my middle sheet here, I have this cute hip hip hooray. So I'm going to punch that out. Hello friends, good to see everybody. Say hi when you're tuning in. I love to see who's watching. Helps me know I'm not talking to myself. Now I'm bringing in the fine tip glue pen. This is really, really helpful for when you are working with a fine die cut like this greeting here. And so we're going to just go ahead and add that. I'm just adding little dots. It just helps to make it not squish out. And this fine tip is very useful when you have a delicate little greeting like this. Okay, so now I'm going to flip that over. And hello, Christine. We're going to layer that on like so. So it says hip hip hooray. So I'm going to bring in some dimensionals and add that to my card front. So just line it up on the lines there. So again, this is all from the same sheet of Designer Series paper. And that's, again, the size that you're working with when you get your paper share. So using my snips, I'm just going to trim off the excess. And then we're going to add another greeting from this ephemera pack. So let me just bring in the rectangular ones. And I want the one that says, here's to you. So like I said, there's 2 in each sheet. And I'm just going to do the same thing with my snips. Snip up the center, and then from the edges, we'll match up with where we've put that cut line. Great. So now we're going to add that on with dimensionals as well. I'm going to bring in 1, and I'm actually going to kind of tuck it underneath just so that we can layer them a little bit. And 2. Beautiful. So we're going to stick that on like that. Great. And then we're going to layer this card and embellish it. So when I skip to the finished one, this is a very simple first card. There you go. So you can see with your Designer Series paper from your paper share, your pre-cut card base, and that ephemera pack, you've easily made a card. You could make 91 cards in that same template if you wanted. And then you have a bunch to just pull from all the time. So I want you to use your paper. That's the thing. It's fun to collect. Gosh, I also am a collector of craft supplies, but I'm making it a goal to help you. And that's why I started this video series, to be able to figure out what products you need to be able to use the things in your collection. So this is a great way to be able to get paper pre-cut, make it simple. Let's move on to our next project. So I'm bringing in Pretty in Pink. Who else is excited to have Pretty in Pink back? I can't remember how long ago it retired. Somebody asked me that the other day and I was like, ooh, how long has it been? It doesn't feel like that long, but in a 21-year career of paper crafting, sometimes things go faster than you think they do. Okay, I'm bringing in another ephemera pack. These are really cool if you haven't seen them yet. So again, I told you that there's 2 of each one. So you can see here, I've already dug into it for the first project. But there's these beautiful flowers. And what I'm going to do is just grab from this pack that these came from. And I'm just going to pull out this black and white one. Now you could easily leave it black and white, but what I wanted to show you is how you can use those in color ones. So let's say you decided to go with the demonstrator starter kit. I'm going to bring in another one of the pink papers. So again, you've got, oh no, I wanted the other one. There's 2 designs with this type of designer series 6x6. So I want this beautiful lacy one. And again, I'm just going to cut it to size. So with my 4 inches and then 5 1/4. So now it's card front sized. Okay, so we've got this beautiful one. So you could go ahead and just stick it on like that, but let me show you what it looks like when we do some coloring. So I'm going to bring in the coordinating Pretty in Pink Stampin' Up markers. So these are our water-based markers. And I'm not going to color the whole thing, but I'll just show you what I did on the rose because it's kind of fun. So I'm going to use this beautiful brush tip to color in all the petals. And go all the way around, like so. How many of you love to color? If you live locally, I have a coloring class coming up in 2 weeks at the City Art Center. Sorry, it's at the Mutt Art Conservatory. So you can just Google card making at the Mutt Art and you'll find the coloring class there. Okay, so we've got a Pretty in Pink rose. We could leave it like that, but we're gonna bring in this peach pie and we're going to make it look like that beautiful, have you ever seen those roses? They have that orange kind of tinge to them, even though they're pink. So we're just gonna kind of use our Stampin' Up markers as if they're blends. What? I know, crazy like that. So we're just gonna go wild over top of it. And then of course you can color in all of the extra leaves and things too. I'm gonna quickly just do this little rosebud here to make it look deliberate. I'm gonna skip a step, so I don't want it to look totally unfinished because I do like to make the cards that I'm making on videos, I do like to make them into projects after. Okay, so we have our colored rose, and now I'm going to bring in my my Versamark. There we go. So Versamark is a clear ink and it's designed to be able to hold our embossing powder. So I'm actually going to be just direct to paper, adding that on. And now I'm going to bring in my clear embossing powder and we'll just sprinkle it over top. So we're sprinkling embossing powder over the whole thing. So now bringing in my heat tool, I'm going to heat that up. So embossing is a very fun technique. It requires a heat tool. This is very hot, hotter than a hairdryer, kind of oven type hot. And we're just going to wait until it turns shiny. That's how you know that you have reached the melting point. So this gives that look of being shellacked, which is really fun. Okay, so we've got the first layer on. And I find with this technique, it's better to do 2 layers. Because if you look, I don't know how well it'll show up in the deck. So this one has all been colored. And again, we've used that card base. So see how different it looks here? It's got that really, really nice smooth shine to it. So that's just with 2 layers of the clear embossing powder. So again, from the Ephemera pack, I added this greeting, and then the thanks comes from the Simply Said collection. So this is a really great starter greeting set if you have you want to kind of have those really traditional greetings. So, you know, happy birthday, thanks, just a note. It really makes it easy to throw together a card. So like I said, we're working through 91 cards. I'm not actually making 91 today, but I wanted to give you ideas on how you could use your paper share. Okay, let's move on to the finale. So this one I'm going to do a monochromatic looking card. So this I have already pre-cut my designer series paper into 2-inch strips. We're going to take our card base, and where did my bone folder go? Just here. We're going to line it up, give it a press. And so we're going to start at the bottom, and we're going to, on an angle, add some of our DSP. And I just need to find where I threw my double-sided tape. There we go. So we're going to add that on like so. Then we're going to bring in this one. Hi, Elizabeth. We're going to add that here. And then this one, we're going to add on top. We'll flip it over and use our scissors to trim off the excess. So these strips are great because you can use the excess. Remember on our first card, this was the strip we cut off when you're cutting it 4 inches for the width of your card. So these would be things that would be left over. Okay, so now we're going to bring in from the Spotlight on Nature stamp set, the Spotlight on Nature dies. So I've already pre-cut the little circle here, and it's got that really beautiful stitched edge. And I'm going to bring in the Summer Splash. Love this color. And we'll use this beautiful flower. So just inking up the top, we're going to stamp like that. I'm just going to wipe that off so I don't transfer it onto anything. And here we can just add this to our card front. So I'm going to use some dimensionals to do that. And we will stick that on like so. So once again, with my snips, I'm just going to trim off the excess. So we've got this as our base. Now we have another beautiful new color that has come in, and that is our basic beige. Is that what it's called? I should have looked up the name. You guys know I am terrible with the names, but it's the beige. I think it's called basic beige. And we're going to add thanks, because who couldn't use thank you cards at this time of year, right? And we're going to stamp that just like so. I love when you can stick a greeting onto a 1/2-inch strip, because when you're cutting cardstock, if you notice, you often get 1/2-inch strips laying around, because that's sort of when you do that 4 1/4, that's what you're left with. 4 inches by 5 1/4, you're often left with a 1/4 inch scrap. So it's great when you can use them for your greetings. So this is going to stick onto the card front like this. Now again, remember, when you get your paper share, the best deal is to add on your embellishments so you get the ability to just quickly embellish. So here you can see I've added some embellishments, and here we have the beautiful coordinating ribbon too. You're on your own for that one, so just add it on. So let me show you the projects one more time. We have here our using our 2-inch strips from our DSP share. We have our card front, and then we have the whole sheet right here. So if you're thinking to yourself, Lindsay, why don't I have these products? Or if you'd like to be part of our paper share or my Why Did I Buy This Maker Club, be sure to reach out to me. You can either reach out to me through messages, or you can check the comments in this video and I will have the links to those things. My paper share registration is ending very soon, so be sure to go ahead and get that in. I only have 4 spots left. So I'm positive those 4 spots will be gone very soon, so make sure you sign up for that ASAP. The paper share is a great deal, and I know that you're going to love the convenience of having 91 card bases to coordinate with those 91 DSP sheets. My friends, have an amazing weekend. To those of you who are moms or fur moms, I hope you have a great Mother's Day. Both of my human kids are coming home this weekend, so I'm really excited to see them. And I also have my fur babies here as well. So I expect to spend time with those people and those babies, my fur babies, and have a really great weekend. Okay, my friends, bye for now.